And now, Alison Trower. Again, here she is.
So the ones in this little set are more about human-to-human connection and community. And the first one is about neighbourliness or not. And it's called Box. The walls came down around me. As the dust sunk to the ground, I walked unharmed amidst the rubble. Lifting a small piece of brick, I wondered how something so shattered was once solid. I stepped across the debris to see the collapse from a fresh angle. I did not recognize the expanse in plain view. How odd to walk through walls, to stand in open air. A sense of inside and outside prevailed, strongly engraved here. I replayed the scene in my mind. I had had my legs crossed as usual. The coffee in my mug was hot. All my furniture stood in the same formation, and even now the frame of my television flickered scenes from a familiar show. My home was here, but the partitions that held my routine together were gone. I stared for a while at the brokenness. Where are my shoes? I thought. They were where I had left them, beside the shelves of books I used to broaden my mind. No book prepared me for this. The opening up of my box was, I searched for the words, it was like losing my skin, my seams. I looked further beyond. Other people were standing without their walls too. People I had never once seen. In our training, and there's a few ministers here, one of the exercises we do is we look at someone in the eyes for a really long time, like a really long time. And it kind of does something to do that, and it's not something that we often do with each other. And this is called seen, because it's about being seen. Make eye contact. Blink and reopen to the human before you, still there, beholding your gaze. What you find pulsing and beyond pulsing is greater than life's dramas. When the barriers are down, there is space to be not alone. Then we remember. I guess a lot of the theme of this set is about skin, and it's about barriers and not barriers, and it's about walls. And here's another one about that interesting distance between people. It's called air. The skin between blood and air is taut. Though both human, you and I cannot be the same. Good relationship, value, going in to turn the light off is a really beautiful thing, to see a child asleep, and this is called Child. The relaxed hands of you sleeping, the relaxed breath of you gently snoring, the weight of your slumber denting the pillow, a flicker of dreams detached from daylight, making a momentary shape under your eyelids. Stillness. You are here, but you are not here. I pull another blanket over you. I close the door as if the room is built of thistledown, which must not blow, lest it is lost forever. This is called Brave Are We, and it's a celebration of frailty and it's a celebration of vulnerability. Which I think we can really appreciate when we connect with children, actually. I certainly do. Delicate wings can carry me far. I am strong in my fragility, powerful in sensitivity. Look how the air sustains bodies, yet my hand goes through it as if through nothing. Gossamer tenderness can heal the ravages of this world. It can warm like the sun and soften edges with a whisper. I do not underestimate gentleness nor precariousness. Life itself is out on a limb. I am out on a limb. My nerves are exposed, my veins visible. My pulse is a quick and quiet tapping, yet I dare to take part. In all my vulnerability, I dare to fly. I have scars. My wings have ragged ends. Brave are we who are born at all. It takes courage to be sentient, to not know the future, to have blind spots, thin skin, to ache, to bleed, to lose. Like a bug, I could be crushed and spilled, so I carry my dainty body with care, knowing my cargo is precious. My cargo is my sentience. In being breathed life, I was breathed frailty. It is human to live amongst the things that hurt. I am flesh. I take part. There's just 3 more little ones. This is called This Side. But for now, the strings must be cut. The ship must sail. Land and sea interlock. We cannot escape this round earth, but we can travel. I attended a memorial for transgender, transsexual people who had been predominantly murdered, but also who had committed suicide. And in this memorial, hundreds of candles were lit for the names and the people that the organisers knew of who had died, and this was just a fraction of the trans people who had suffered. And I wrote this afterwards, and it's called Witness. How many more miles long must the graveyard of abused life stretch before we learn? Each and every ditch of every victim is cut into the flesh of humankind. There is no us and them, there is only us, of one body, of one vulnerable limb. To those maimed and murdered standing for fairness, the voice of truth has your back. Wisdom lives on. Human honesty and the human brutality that tortures it is seen. No life, however cut short, was ever lived in vain. To all those desecrated by iniquity, a shallow grave, abomination, your allies lock arms for change. So long as we lock arms, change will come. And the last one I'm going to read is called When. But when I shed my skin, my familiar skin, when my hands have nothing left to do except to let go of gripping, then I believe I will begin to understand. Thank you.
like you, Alison. Thank you very much for coming out this afternoon, and just want to thank all the local microphones. I'm going to read out their names. A round of applause afterwards, please. So we did have Patrick Tunay, P.R. Murray, Wendy Young, Ian Bingham, Sue Johns, Lee Yan, Kate Lee Hall, and John Hurley. And our two splendid featured players, all the way from Bristol, Pauline Sewers. And once again, Alison Trower. Books are still on sale. We'll be back here on the 20th of September. But if you'd like to be kept in touch, if you're not on our mailing list, if you give us your email, we'll keep you in touch on all our activities. I'm delighted to be here this afternoon, and delightful poetry we've heard. So I think you should give yourselves a round of applause.